And the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Lloydminster remains focused on spreading peace in the wake of the recent terror attacks in the UK. Despite a tense political climate, the community is grateful for the warmth they've received from their neighbours. Josh Ryan has more.
These attacks of recent months have left people across Canada saddened at the display of hate and fear, a sadness shared by the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Lloydminster.
When you hear such news, it's just sad and devastating. And this is unlike any human value.
Minhas says seeing such acts around the world is a reminder of how important it is to reach out to people here at home.
We should be going out there to teach people, to let them know the real Islam, the real peaceful teachings of Islam, because that's what's lacking in the world.
The support coming from people in the community has Minhas encouraged.
They actually sympathize with us. We actually receive cards and flowers from them. So when you have a community like that around you, then you can't be fearful.
He also says it's a blessing to live in a country that hasn't experienced the scale of terror that exists in so many parts of the world.
At the same time, we should be vigilant and we should be careful because such incidents are only increasing in numbers.
With Eid and then Canada Day around the corner, Minhas encourages Lloydminster residents to join the Ahmadiyya community during the celebration.
Please come and join us and see how we pray, how we worship, how we celebrate.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
It's an aircraft that's primarily designed to deal with air-to-air combat with Blue Forces and Red Forces. The E-3 AWACS, which stands for Airborne Warning and Control System, is a U.S. Air Force platform that carries out surveillance, command and control, as well as communications functions.
It's basically an eye in the sky. The E-3 AWACS provides situational awareness to the fighter pilots.
It's really helpful for them because they don't always have like a big picture in the sky, and so we provide that for them.
And the big radar system on top of the plane, or the rotodome, helps them do that, providing surveillance and detection for all of the airplanes out there. One of the many sections on the plane is the surveillance section, which has two main focuses. One is to track and ID the red fighters so the weapons controllers can give direction to get them taken care of. The other deals with tactical data links.
We send digital information over the radio frequency spectrum in order to give combatant commanders on the ground a better idea of what we're doing.
Some other subsystems in the AWACS include avionics, navigation, and weapons, where First Lieutenant Abraham Mambo works as an air weapons officer.
I keep all the fighter plane safe in the air, make sure that they come back home safe and sound.
But here at Maple Flag, it's a familiar sentiment. The chance to train with others is what makes this exercise so beneficial.
Typically, I've done exercises in the United States where our coalition partners come and work with us in our environment. But it's really nice to actually get outside of the United States and work with coalition partners in their environment.
It's great to work with other partners, with other NATO partners. This exercise allows us to practice with them. It's very helpful to see how they operate, and we can learn from them as they learn from us as well.
Well, the original Joe's here in town has found a new home and opened its doors for business this week. The popular restaurant has been in the same location for the past 13 years and recently moved to a new spot just across from City Hall.
That old location, we had lots of great memories and lots of great times in it, but we were going to be needing to do a pretty big renovation at that time in that location, so we decided to move to a new place just so that we wouldn't have to interrupt our service.
The move was completed over the span of 3 days and doors opened to the new building on Wednesday. The question now, what will become of the old location?
The old building, there's still some plans about the different development and options at that time. At this time, there's no firm plan for it.
Now, the new space has less square footage, but more seating with the new layout. You can also expect to see many of the familiar faces from the previous location make the move as well. And downtown will be bustling as the annual Street Fest takes place this weekend, and the Three Cities Fair is also being hosted in Paradise Valley. Heather Klages has the details in this week's What's Happening.
Tomorrow, these streets are going to be full of people because it's the annual Downtown Summer Street Fest, and there's so many different things that the whole family can take part in. They've got a sports zone, they've got a kids zone, and in the kids zone, there's going to be bouncy houses, there's going to be a magic show, some kids entertainers. There's also going to be a farmer's market, an art market, and some live music as well. So head to downtown Lloydminster tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. The Three Cities Fair is underway in Paradise Valley this weekend, and you can head out tomorrow morning and Sunday morning for a breakfast, and they've got a number of things planned for the kids, including a log rolling competition. They've also got a tractor pull, plus you can see barrel racing both days and the pony chucks race both days as well. Tonight and tomorrow night too, you can check out the Dirt Rich Band live at the Three Cities Fair in Paradise Valley. As we gear up to celebrate Canada's birthday, we want you to win a copy of an album from a Canadian icon, Raffi. You've got a chance to win the best of, and there is some great stuff on this CD. There's Down by the Bay, there's Thanks a Lot, there's the Banana Phone, and the list just goes on and on. If you want to win a copy, all you have to do is email your name and daytime phone number to tvcontests@newcap.ca. We want to say thanks to John at Universal Music Canada for setting us up with the music. And the Wainwright Stampede is on this weekend. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., they have their parade, and then Sunday evening, it's the Battle of the Buckles. Well, whatever you choose to do this weekend, I hope you have a great one. I'm Heather Klegus, and that's what's happening.
This is Newcap Sports.
There's no denying rugby's popularity in the Midwest region. It's a mainstay in many middle and high schools in the area, and as Lance Phillips shows us, in one small community, the love of the sport starts at a very young age.
For years, Lashburn has been known as a hotbed for rugby talent in Saskatchewan. The town is proud of its many high-level athletes in the sport, but those athletes have to start somewhere. And in the case of Lashburn, that somewhere is its mini program.
You can see it in their faces. You can see it behind me with these kids playing this game. They're just loving it. They put their all into it. There's so much effort that goes into it, so much joy they get out of it. It's awesome.
The program is one of 7 in the province for kids aged 3 to 12, and it's designed to provide youngsters an introduction to the sport. And it's not surprising to hear the kids' love of it, given the people bringing the kids out week after week.
We have really supportive parents, which is great. For a small community, we are based on volunteerism, and we never have to look too hard to get help from parents.
They're actually super awesome. They're supportive. They're yelling on the sidelines, telling them good things to do, and it's awesome seeing them being supportive to their kids.
The coach that my kids have had for 3 years, he loves the sport. So that's the reason that he gives back to the sport, and that love that those people have had for the sport is given back to the kids.
It's become clear since the mini program's start, its success is critical to rugby's overall success within Lashburn.
I love that we have this program here. I hope every other place gets it too. It's a lot easier for kids when they get older if they start younger.
This is them learning skills that they're going to be able to take into the next level of rugby in the senior program that they have here in Lashburn, which is really beneficial for the kids too.
This community is a big rugby community, has been for a really long time, and it's nice to see it starting so young so we can develop that love from age 3 possibly if they keep going with it.
Lance Phillips, Newcap Sports, Lashburn.